Zachary Kirton. Good morning, Mr.
Your Honor.
Lubin.
Richard Lubin here on behalf of Mr. Kirton.
Mr. Kirton, you're here for your first appearance. You're charged with felony murder in count 1 and robbery with a firearm in count 2. Mr. Lubin.
Your Honor, this is a second-degree felony murder charge. I've read the PC affidavit very carefully. There's no suggestion that Mr. Kirton had a firearm, used a firearm, touched a firearm, or anything in that regard. It looks like this happened between the seller of this marijuana and the other young man who was the buyer of the marijuana. Mr. Kirton cooperated with the police. He gave a statement. He told them he didn't have a gun. The shots were fired as he was running away. So it's not as if he's a shooter or came to shoot anybody or anything along those in that realm. He lives at home with his parents. He's in firefighter school right now. He's a traumatic brain injury survivor. I think we have about 20 people here. Could you just raise your hands who are supporting him, both friends and family? The parents were in the middle. I would suggest, and no prior record, of course. Works also at the Everglades Club. Okay.
Mr. Lubin, you have a right to a full-blown bond hearing downtown, but for now, the bond, based upon the serious nature of the charges, will be no bond. And no contact with the victim's family. Thank you, everybody.
You know, if you're involved in a felony that leads to a death, there is a law that permits charges under certain circumstances. It's called the second-degree felony murder rule. But this isn't a situation where you have someone with a record or a violent guy who's ever hurt anyone in his life or anything like that.